Hello, boys and girls and parents. I hope everyone is enjoying their Monday, ready for a Monday math video. Take a look at number 1. It says, write and solve an expression for the following situation. Increase 24 by 6 and then divide by 3. So think about this increase. What do you think increase means? Hopefully you're telling me to get bigger, to get larger. So we're going to increase 24. So if we have 24, we're going to increase it. We're going to add 6 to it. Then, that's a key word, then divide by 3. Now, that's not 100% right now because we've got to do this part first before we divide by 3. So if we add that, we end up with 30. I'm going to rewrite. Divide by 3. Think about how many groups of 3 can we get? Or 3 times what is 30? Hopefully you're telling me 10. Okay, take a look at the next one. It says find the product. Remember, that is not enough space for me. Do a quick estimate. Just taking the whole numbers, 7 and 4. 7 times 4 gives you 28. So I know my quick estimate's got to be somewhere near 28. Actually, a little bit more because we've got a little bit after that. Okay, so let's move over here. All right, remember, pause that video if you need to. I already wrote it down. Okay, so we have 6 times 2, 12, regroup. 6 times 5, 30 plus 1 more, 31. 6 times 8. I know 5 times 8 is 40, plus 1 more group of 8, 48, plus 3 more, 51. 6 times 7, 42, plus 5 more, 47. Okay, cancel. Placeholder. Don't forget your placeholders. Okay, now we're on that 4. 4 groups of 2, 8. 4 groups of 5, 20. Good group. 4 times 8, 32, plus 2 more, 34. And then finally 4 times 7, 28, plus 3 more. Hopefully you said 31. Draw your line. You have a 2, a 9, a 1. Ooh, I know I need 3 more to make that a 10. If I take 3 from that, I'm left with 1. So I have 11. Let's say 13. 4, 5, 6, and you guys would have been messaging me. And then the 3. Okay, let's go back up here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers behind. So I'm going to go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at that. 36 whole. Remember we said that our product need to be over 28 whole? Sure is. Okay, moving right along. Let's go back over here. We're going to look at number 3. Common denominator. We've got 3 and 5. We can't add them right now. What do you guys know about 2/3? Hopefully you're telling me 2/3 is greater than a half. What about 4/5? Greater than a half. So we know we're going to make another whole. Okay, so if I already have 7 whole, I'm going to have 8 whole at least. Okay, so think about 3 and 5. First one they have in common is 15. So I'm going to change both of them to 15ths. I times this by 5, times the top by 5. Because look, chunky one, I have 10. Down here, times top and bottom by 3. And I've got 12. Okay, so we know we already had 7. 10 and 12 gives you 22 over 15. Fraction greater than a whole. I can make one group of 15 15ths. Can make one whole. I have 7 left over. So now if I add my wholes, I have 8 whole and 7 15ths. Final answer. Okay, moving right along over here. Common denominator, 2 and 6. Hopefully you said 6. Okay, so this stays 5, 6. I'm going to times top and bottom by 3. 3 over 3. Okay, 3, 6. Now, if you had 3, 6, can you take 5, 6 away? You can't. Regroup. Now, remember, I'm regrouping a whole, which is not 10, because my denominator is not 10. It's 6, 6. I already have 3. So let's add 6 more, and you got 9 there. So you have 9, 6 minus 5, 6 gives you 4, 6. And then you have that 3 down there. So 3 whole and 4, 6. Think about 4, 6. What do you guys know about 4, 6? Hopefully you're telling me it's greater than a half. Think about 4/6 if we can simplify it, reduce it. Okay, moving right along. Let's take a look at number 4. Says, what is the value of the underlying digit? How much is it worth? So if you look at this 7, it's 2 places after the decimal. You got tens, hundreds, so it's worth 7 hundredths. Or decimal 0.7. Think about this too. You got tens, hundreds, thousands, so it's 2 thousandths. Decimal 0.02. Oh, this one's in front of the decimal because remember the decimal's at the end there. 70,000. And then this one, there's my decimal here. It's invisible. I can make it visible. You got ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 3 million. Oh, I'd like that in my bank account. What would you guys do if you had $3 million? That's a good mystery question. $3 million. Ooh, I don't know. I would definitely travel. I would love to travel. And then help people out that really need it. Okay, take a look at the next one. You've got it. Standard form right there. That's a decimal because if it was a comma, you'd have, there's 4 digits there. You'd have to have a comma between it. So, or that's not a comma, it's a period. I don't remember what I just said, but that's a period. So it is 87 whole. Okay, now we don't go all the way to here. We just go to here. Tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000ths is what that would be. So it'd be 87 and, remember this means and. Now think about how you would say that. It'd be 9,036 10,000ths. Okay, don't forget to write it. Okay, expanded form. You got an 8, and it's 8 times 10 to the first power, plus 7 times 1, plus 9, and it's in the tenths. Nothing in the hundredths. 3 times 1,000th, plus 6 times 10,000. Okay, so we got the top done. Let's look down here. Area. Remember, don't forget, when you see those words like area and volume, write that formula. Length times width. So right away, I know I'm multiplying these two. Okay? So I have 2 and 2/11. I'm going to times it by 4 and 2/5. Probably the easiest way is to take them and turn them into fractions greater than a whole, okay? But today, I want you guys, we're gonna go ahead and decompose it. So I'm gonna take the 2 and multiply by both parts over there. So we have 2 times 4 plus 2 times 2/5, 2 copies of 2/5, plus, now we're gonna do this to both parts. 2/11 times 4 plus 2/11 times 2/5. Okay, 2 times 4, 8. 2 copies of 2/5. 2/5 and 2/5 gives you 4/5, almost a whole. And then we have 2/11 times 4, or think about 4 groups of 2/11. 2/11, 4/11, 6/11, 8/11. And then you want a fraction of a fraction. So it's 2/11 times 2/5. Multiply numerators and denominators. So you get 4/55. Now you got to put them all back together, but you notice they don't all have the same denominator. What would be the first one? Hopefully you tell me 55. So this stays at. We got 8 whole, running out of space. If I turn this into 55, I'm going to times top and bottom by 11. So I have 44 there. And then top and bottom by 5. So I have 40 over 55 plus 4 over 55. Let's see, where can I go? Let me just go on my paper. Okay, so we have 8 whole plus 44 over 55. Remember what we've talked about before, boys and girls, that sometimes if you try to squeeze it all in, you can't see what you're writing. And that is exactly what was happening to me right there. I could not see what I was writing because I think I even, let's see, if That one was, see, I can't even see what I wrote. That was 4/5, and so we said we had to times by 11, we get 44. And then over here, the next one we had 8 11, so I've got to times the top and bottom by 5, so I have 40 over 55. And then finally I had 4 over 55. Okay, remember, don't add the denominators. Okay, so I still have 8 whole, 55, 40 and 40 gives you 80 plus 4, 84 plus 4 more, 88. Fraction greater whole, so I can get one group of 55 over 55. I can make a chunky one. So I'm left with 9 whole. If I take 55 from it, I'm left with, hopefully you tell me 33 over 55. Final answer. Oops, sorry guys. There you go. Okay, moving right along, let's look at number 2. I know it kind of messed up again on its side. I don't know why it does it, but it does. A, we're going to go over, this is 2, 4, 6. So we're going to go over between the 2 and the 4. So that would definitely be a 3, 4. Over 3, up 4. Okay. And B, so B, if I go straight up, yep, it's on the 10. And if I go straight across, I'm going to have to count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I think I did that right, 20. So it'd be 10, 20. And C, there's C. If I drop down between 16 and 20, that's 18. And going across, I don't think it's 8, but let's check. You got 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, it is 8. Okay, so you go over 18, up 8. And then D, let's see, drop down 16, over 16. And then I would go across right here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 16, 16. Okay, guys, let's take a look at the next one. I like it to think about it this way. 7 times 11 12. 7 copies of 11 12s. Same product, different meaning. So this one, you want a fraction of the 7. So I know right away it's going to be less than 7 because I don't want all of the 7. I want less than 7. Okay, so we're going to keep 11 12s that. We're going to turn 7 whole into a fraction. 7 over 1 gives you 77 over 12. How many groups of 12 can we get? 12 times, hopefully you said 6. What's 12 times 6? 72. And you have 77. So you have 5 12s left over. That's less than 7. Okay, the next one, 6 copies of 5/8. Or you want a fraction of the 6. So right away, again, I know it's going to be less than 6. 6 over 1 times 5 over 8 gives you 30 over 8. Fraction greater than a whole. Goes in there 3 times, which is 24. So I have 6 8s left over. Okay, we're down to the final 3. What do you think, bigger? Hopefully you're telling me no, Miss Nelson, add that placeholder. That's 9. It's like $5.09. That's $5.10. Definitely less than simple. 1 whole, 1 whole. You got 9 there. You only got 6 there. Definitely bigger over on this side, even though less digits. Okay? Okay, down here, boys and girls, we are going to line up those decimals. Remember, always line up the decimals and the place values. Add your placeholder. Okay, get ready. 0 minus 2. Can't do that. Regroup. 5. Now you have 10 minus 2. Gives you 8. 5 minus 8. Can't do that. Nothing there, so I've got to go way over here to the 1s. So I'm left with 5 1s. I'm regrouping 1 whole, which is 10 tenths. But I need one of those tenths, so I'm left with 9. Now I have 15 there. 15 minus 8. 8 plus what gives you 15? I like to count up 8, 9, 10. And then plus 5 more gives you 15. So difference is 7. 0. And then bring down your 15. 15 whole and 78 over 10s, hundreds, thousands. Write it both ways for me, guys. Extra practice. Okay, we did it under 15 minutes. Boys and girls, remember, we are about 2 weeks out from math. Next week, we start reading TCAP. Those envelopes that went home right before break, please remind your parents about those and bring them in for me as soon as possible. And as always, if you have any questions over anything here, please message me or make sure you raise your hand in class tomorrow to ask me, okay? You guys are doing really well. We just have a few more weeks before that big test where you guys get to shine and show how much you have learned. I've already given you your mystery question, so don't forget to send me that. Boys and girls, I will see you in the morning.